Rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University, Hill gon' Hill, regardless, you, Buchanan, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, based over here.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What's going on, good people? It's solo edition tonight. It's your boy Hill, and Hill gon' Hill regardless, baby. Let's get it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms, 3-Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3-Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. AJ, he's traveling, believe his mom Duke's birthday either today or coming up soon, but happy birthday to Mom Dukes. Cannon is, doing marital duties, you know what I'm saying? So, hopefully, and he may pull up, he may not, but as you can see, I'm in the hotel, I'm here, I'm solo, I'm about to go rapid fire, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully some fools show up, can help me out in the comments, or hey, send y'all the link. It is what it is, but I am here. I said that earlier. This is episode 205, and let's get into it. We did ask in the group earlier, 3-Man Weave group on Facebook. If you do not know, please join. Entertain yourself. People want to talk about the ESPYs, so let's go. Pat McAfee hosted, and I believe in our group chat, AJ said they can definitely get their money's worth out of Pat McAfee, and I said rightfully so. I mean, he's getting paid a lot of money, but all money aside, I believe he did a great job. I believe he actually earned the right to actually host. He was definitely entertaining. It seemed like he was being himself. His jokes was hitting. So he did a great job. I actually think that he actually should be the host moving forward until otherwise, because believe he did that well of a job. Like I said, his jokes was hitting. It is what it is. A lot of awards, and it's funny because I've never heard anybody complain about the ESPYs awards. Who receives this, who receives that. I believe they most of the time they get it right. I mean, it's not like the Grammys, and Macklemore win, and you're like, come on, bro, how he win album of the year? I believe most of the time that it seemed like all the contestants, for the awards, they're rightfully for their award, rightful nominees. So the fact that whoever wins is like, okay, yeah, I do understand that team winning or that individual winning. So it's really never an issue with the with the awards. So I mean with the ESPY. So like I said, continue doing what you're doing, and I keep Pat McAfee, because I mean, as far as hosting wise, I think he did the best job. It's been announced. I'm about to move on. Like I said, it's gonna be rapid fire tonight, baby. No brainer here. Hard Knocks have New York Jets have been awarded the Hard Knocks. Based off the teams that could participate, it definitely seemed like it was a no-brainer for the Jets. Like nobody would actually want to see. I know I've joked in the past with Commanders fans. I want to see them on Hard Knocks just off the strip of everybody thinks it's a Hard Knocks curse. I think that's been null and void for a while. But entertainment wise, the Jets were a no-brainer. A no-brainer. Like you said, you get Aaron Rodgers to join the team. You got Quentin Williams. He just signed his deal. You got Sauce Gardner. You do have some characters on the team, so they can just go about business. They can go about their football in life, and and Hard Knocks can do what Hard Knocks does. No drama, no drama, no nothing. So like I said, we can see the dynamic of how Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett, how their relationship, how the bond that they have, how the chemistry he's going to have with his young receivers. Like see some of the leadership that we definitely never got to see, from his time in Green Bay. I know we always hear a lot of hearsay on, his personality and how he is as an individual, but let's actually see it in the mix of, training camp. Hard Knocks is something that if you watch, you watch. Sometimes you definitely need an intriguing team, or a storyline to follow. And I think, like I say, this year that you definitely have a team that you definitely would want to see on Hard Knocks. So, can't wait. All right, what we got next? What I got next on here? We had the home run derby. I definitely predicted Vlad to win, and he definitely showed up. But shouts out to Julio. He definitely held it down for the hometown team. He had a 41 home run round, and it's kind of like a the word I'm looking for, snake bitten, when you have such an amazing round in the middle of the rounds, and like you say, you're not saving it for that final round, that championship round. Like I said, you could tell he ran out of gas. He couldn't duplicate the success that he had, but 41 home runs is amazing. The home run derby, most of the time, it doesn't disappoint. It's one of the most exciting. It kind of reminds you of, it kind of remind you of the 3-point contest. Like you said, when you get some names that you're familiar with, the names that you want to see, and most of the time we do get some names that we want to see, the boys show up. And like I say, Vlad showed up. The young boy for Tampa Bay Rays, I forgot his name, but I think AJ predicted him to win. He got to the final round. He showed up. Shouts out, man. Pete Alonso, he signed every ball that he hit before his home run, so that was a nice gesture. So you got a great souvenir from his home run. Like, man, they did a great job for the home run derby. It's definitely entertaining. I almost forgot it was on until I seen the chat buzzing. I'm like, oh, let me hurry up and turn the channel. So definitely did that. But shouts out to the home run derby and shouts out to the All-Star weekend. Get back to we're gonna get back to it. Moving on, rapid fire, baby. That I am. I appreciate you. Summer League. Wembanyama, he definitely he's done. And it was early reported that he wasn't going to play the whole Summer League. So he accomplished his goal. His first game was definitely terrible. And in the midst of what he was going through, you could understand why he had a terrible game. He definitely didn't have any practices with any other players. He said himself he didn't know what he was doing. It looked like he was rusty, obviously. But he settled down. He got comfortable with the second go around, and he actually showed his full package. Pause. What he's capable of and what the potential it holds. He did, like I say, play defense, offense, team game. He showed his IQ. He definitely showed all the glimpses of all the hype that they've been giving him, been praising him. Yes, I understand that it is Summer League, but this is the purpose of Summer League, to get your feet wet, get you ingratiated with the NBA game. Like you said, it definitely is a key difference. He said it's less physical, but once again, this is only Summer League. But a lot of European players always say this, and we understand that. We definitely know that the American game now in this era is a less physical game. But moving on to more Summer League. I like a couple players. I think named Jalen Darden from the Pistons and Jabari Smith from the Houston Rockets. They both said they wanted to play in Summer League because, like I said, their teams didn't have success. They were like, so what is the point of me sitting out if my team didn't have success? And I definitely like the mindset that them young boys is having. Get your reps. It's a lot of training. You can do a lot of training in the off season. You definitely still have time to still work on your game and add things to your arsenal. But the best thing about basketball, the best way to play basketball, to get better in basketball is playing the actual game. And what better way to get some competition, some rec in the Summer League? Of course, you don't want to get injured. You just want to get a good sweat. You want to build on what you already have done in this league. And I think it's going to work tremendously in their favor and more in younger players' favor for playing in Summer League. So kudos to those young players for having the right mindset of trying to get better and and hone in on get better on their skills on their craft. Don't understand the decision at all. I guess you're talking about Wembanyama not playing. And it's an injury factor, I guess, I believe for him. You do show what show what you can do. Get take baby steps, and like I said, the Spurs definitely are. Everything is riding on his shoulders. Everything's riding on his shoulders. So you definitely got to take baby steps, take a cautious approach, because you definitely don't want a Chet Holmgren type situation to happen. Anything can happen. Like I said, you can go get injured in the first game, like Julius Randle did his rookie year. But I understand their approach, because this is what they said. Like I say, they said he wasn't going to play a lot of the summer league, and once he had an amazing game, just go ahead and just leave it at that. Yeah, 2 games. 2 games is. I do understand your sentiment. You should play more, but once again, let's look on the flip side. Scoot has a minor injury. He shut down for the rest of summer league. So definitely, like I said, it's 2 sides of each story. It's a double-edged sword. You can keep playing, and then next thing he sprained the ankle. He did fall on the court a couple times, and I guess I know Spurs fans held their breath, so things can happen. But like I said, Scoot, he has a little minor injury. I think it's a hamstring or it's a shoulder injury. It's one or the other, but they shut him down as well. So to get him ready, I say the most important part is just, get your feet wet, understand what we're asking for you, and let's move on. We don't care that much, more so, I guess, unless you have an actual team. Like, I've been watching the Lakers, and like I said, I'm loving what Max Christie is showing us. Jalen Hood-Schifino and Max Lewis is showing me. But that's a personal level, for my personal team. I want to see them dudes, get the development that they asking for, because I don't, they're not going to get a lot of minutes in the regular season. He definitely needs to put a little bit of meat on his bone. He spoke on that at the draft. He said he wants to add some strength. He doesn't necessarily wants to get bigger, but he definitely want to add some strength. He doesn't want to lose his elusiveness. So, that's on the Spurs trainer to figure that out, what they're going to do. Of course, he's going to get stronger. We've seen people, get in that weight room, get into an actual NBA or professional program and add on some weight. Hey, Chet Holmgren added 15 more pounds. Who's to say if he can add more in the next offseason? So we've seen it on the flip side. We've seen players lose weight when they get into an actual program. So we'll see. How do I feel about the in-season tournament? We touched on that last week on the episode when we actually got the news about it actually being official. I'm more so on it can't hurt. It's in the middle of the regular season. It's early in the regular season. It's before Christmas. We don't even really care at this point. We're still watching the NFL at that point. Like, we don't even really care about the NBA early on, that early. So to give it an intrigue, to give it some interest, to give it some, to give it the attempt, hey, why not? I mean, I'm at the why not approach. And Adam Silver has shown, if it don't work, we'll just scrap it. We'll just scrap it. So, I mean, it is what it is. So try something. Just try it. I mean, and I give you an A for effort. I do understand that load management definitely is something hard to try to prevent at this point, especially with with the analytics and the sports science and some of the data that we have, about injuries and what they can do to prevent them or attempt to prevent them. So I believe load management is unfortunately here to stay. So try to alleviate that, try to incentivize something in playing in the regular season. I can see why they're trying it. You know what I'm saying? Tournament isn't bad. They should move it to Christmas though, or around the All-Star break. It definitely should be a little bit closer to All-Star break. I believe Christmas should just be Christmas. We love the Christmas game. We love the potential of the Christmas games until injuries happen and then they ruin it all. But the potential of the Christmas games, we normally get the matchups we want to see. We normally get to see the players that we want to see, like say barring injury. So I believe keep Christmas separate. But definitely the tournament should definitely be like right before the All-Star break. It should be, matter of fact, it should be right before the All-Star break, and then we go into an actual break the All-Star break, and then we go finish out the season. That's when they should do. But if the in-season tournament is a success, I believe they would push it back and have it closer to that time. But once again, that'll be more so in January, and we know that's NFL playoffs right then and there. So are they really going to take away? Are we really going to be focused that much on the in-season tournament then, or that portion of the season when we know the playoffs is going on? I don't know. We know that the NBA definitely doesn't try to compete with the NFL. They try to wait, wait till it's their time to shine for sure. But it definitely does make sense to move the tournament closer to All-Star break. Because actually, you can play if all things goes positive, like they said, the players are playing hard in the tournament, they're going hard, they're going to need that actual break. And what better way is to have the All-Star break right after that and have an actual break, and then boom, let's finish the season out strong. So it's ways to improve it. Like I said, we just got to see it first. And if it's like once again, if Adam Silver has shown us that he'll scrap it if it's not working, or he'll make some tweaks. So let's just see. I'm on that let's see approach. Let's see. Speaking of the NBA, while we still here, they got some rule changes. Let me move this off the screen right quick. Got some rule changes. The flop. They got they're going to penalize you for flops now. Flops will result in a tech and a free throw plus a free throw. Coaches will be given a second challenge if the first one is successful. I believe that's definitely going to be beneficial, because sometimes we see some egregious calls early, and sometimes the coaches don't even want to challenge it because they want to save their challenge for the second half. It doesn't make sense for them to use a challenge that early in the game. But if you miss a call right there in the early, and like I said, they can challenge it and go ahead and get another challenge for the rest of the for the second half, or get another challenge, then definitely cool. That's definitely a good addition. The flop rule is definitely, I want to see how it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I mean, some flops that we do see are definitely egregious. It's like, come on now, we can see the clear as day. But some flops, or some taking charges, are definitely, you gotta sell it. Sometimes you gotta sell a charge to get the call. So it's going to be a slippery slope. But I like the fact that it's going to increase the basketball IQ. You're going to have to know when to actually, sell a charge, or when to take a charge. So, I'm all for it, because flopping, it's getting a little out of hand. Some of the flops that we're seeing, they selling it a little too hard. Like I said, I get it. You got to sell it to get the call. I get it. Put a little sauce on it, but now they're putting a little too much sauce. But a little too much sauce. So it's trying to rein this back. And so I like the attempt to try to, let's play some basketball here. Let's play some basketball here. So I like the rule change. And like I said, we've been seeing it. They've been implementing it in summer league. If you've been paying attention, you've seen it. It's only been a select few. Of the flop free throw text call. So I'm waiting on the Call of Duty, dog. I'm glad that I get the Dylan Brooks type of flop. I'm glad that's out. I'm glad it's getting up out the way. Man. I got a quick little rant I'm gonna lead up to it. They about to look like the Rock. If y'all not familiar with the Rock taking the Stone Cold Stunner, please YouTube it. Nobody sold the Stone Cold Stunner like the Rock. I'm glad the flop is about to be out of the NBA, because boy, oh man, James Harden still wants out of Philadelphia, is determined to end up with the Clippers. Now, last week we did a Fact the Cap segment about James Harden. What should he do? And I was one of the first ones that said, he should stay in Philly. Then after we recorded, they had the 4th of July party. All the pictures came out. Everybody's there. He was there with the owner. He was there with all the former teammates. He had a ball. And, James Harden not going to miss no party. We know that for a fact. He's not going to miss no party. But I just felt the fact that I felt the love was genuine at this party, and maybe I fell for it. And I'm like, he should stay in Philly. He should stay in Philly. But then after the reports, Joel he came out and said, I want James back. Pat Bev came out. He said, I want James to stay. So he had players, speaking out and saying that they want him still there. But based off the report, he's still doubling down on he still wants to trade. And for him to be forcing his way to the Clippers is hilarious to me. Like I said, on a evil, petty side, I definitely want him to go to the Clippers. I want to see this fail. I want to see this blow up in everybody's face 10 times because it's going to. And if that trade happens, whatever they get back, whatever the Sixers back, I believe the Sixers are going to win the trade. Whatever the Sixers get back from the Clippers, I believe that the Sixers are going to win the trade. They're going to be a better team because I believe in Nick Nurse and his system with the players that he's going to get back in the rumored report of the trade. Is another team going to show up and make a push for James Harden? I hope so. I hope Daryl Morey and the Philadelphia 76ers get whatever they want. I hope if they do decide on trading him, I hope they trade him to wherever they want to, but who sends the best package, pause. Because at this point, keep sending James Harden wherever he wants to go is beyond crazy at this point. Like I said, if the Clippers have the best trade package, then cool. Send them to the Clippers. But if another team shows up and have a better trade package involved with better pieces, better draft compensation, then make sure you do that. Please do not actually, give this man what he wants. Like, do what's best for the Sixers. Me personally, I believe what's best for the Sixers this season is to run it back. But they ain't listening to me. And obviously, he's not listening to my advisory as well. So, hey, get your ass to the Clippers. Please go to the Clippers. What would a trade even look like? Based off the contracts, they have a lot of 1-year deals. It's going to be involved. Norman Powell going to be one. Could be a combination of the Morris twin, Robert Covington, and or Nicholas Batum. All of those individuals that I just named. I'm not sure about Norman Powell, but everybody else has a 1-year deal. So it's going to be beneficial to the Sixers if they get all those other players because they clear their books when it comes to next year. And then they can have enough money, enough cap space to give Tyrese Maxey an extension and acquire other players if they want to in free agency next year. So it's a beneficial move for the Sixers if they do that. And I believe it's more so a basketball move, especially if they get Norman Powell to pair him the way he should have won 60 Man of the Year last year, but to pair him with a Maxey, with MVP, Embiid, with Robert Covington, Marcus Morris, these picks still in keeping Tobias Harris, the Sixers will still be a contending team with or without a James Harden. And I believe that all objectively speaking. They may be the fourth team in the East, and that's fine. But I still believe that they're a contending team, and they're going to be held to a contending standard. Let me see right here. Who's worse with loyalty, Harden, Wall, or Westbrook? I'm not sure how Westbrook got lumped into this one. And even John Wall when it comes to it. Westbrook, he rolled out the Thunder as long as he could until it was like, hey, look, it's time for him to go. And he got traded. Got traded to Houston, somewhere that James Harden wanted him to come to. Westbrook just been playing ball. John Wall was loyal to DC as long as he could till he got traded for Westbrook. So I don't know how he's lumped in on this, but Harden don't know what loyalty is at all. He's only loyal to Lil Baby. That's about it. Harden is a cancer now. Absolutely. He didn't mess his money up. But I mean, he made a lot of money through his career, so I definitely no sympathy here. But he definitely is a cancer at this point, because at this point, like, what makes you happy? Because Houston gave you everything that you wanted, and you still wanted out. Brooklyn was ready to give you everything you wanted, still wanted out. The Sixers and brought all your homeboys in, and you still want out. So at this point, I don't know what you want. So yeah, he's definitely a cancer. If you were Boston, would you trade for Dame? I'm going to answer this two ways. If I'm Boston, would I trade for Dame? Yes, if I'm Boston. Because, the pairing of, Dame, Tatum, Porzingis, that's a formidable dynamic. Depending on what they have to give up, they probably wouldn't have to give up much because, they probably, Jaylen Brown would be in this trade. To keep some defenders and all that. So I definitely would like the team. But if I'm the Blazers, I'm not making this trade because Jaylen Brown went and signed an extension till the offseason. And we know for a fact that he's not going to stay in Portland. I don't care what will happen. They won't have his bird rights, or they may have, even if they have his bird rights, he's not going to stay. So just trading Dame just to get a rental of a Jaylen Brown is not a good idea for Portland, but not a Portland. I believe Portland should do, I don't want to say this like just fold and just acquiesce to what Dame is asking for. I just believe that Portland should put the pressure on Miami to find another team so they can get the compensation that they want for Dame. Because I don't believe that it's just another, unless you can try to convince Philly to get involved. That's the only way I feel that they can get the compensation, but I just don't see me personally. I don't see this going any other way but him finding a way to get to Miami. I just feel like, once again, they should just go get Tyler Hero and flip him. Bro, we've seen Chris Paul be flipped twice. We've seen Patty Mills get flipped 3-4 times, all in this offseason. This same offseason. You mean to tell me y'all can't flip Tyler Hero? Come on, bro. Do your job as a GM. Let me see. Philly, you answer Philly, because Tatum still wants to control the rock. Would you give up Brown? Of course, you have to give up Brown. Appreciate it. I don't think Dame and Tatum will work well. Me personally, I agree. I don't think that marriage will work either because it's the same dynamic of two primary ball handlers. The only difference is Dame is definitely a better offensive player than Jaylen Brown. So it is an upgrade in the sense, but essentially you're going to be having the same problems of, the offense of, whose turn is it? Or it's my turn, or it's my turn, it's my turn. And you don't have an actual offensive system, and you don't have an actual point guard because, yes, I get it. Dame had one of his best assists this year, but he's not a quintessential point guard. Like, he's a scorer at heart. So the offense is still going to look the same when it comes to it. But I mean, that's one of those gambles if you're Boston that you're going to, you would try. If Portland is dumb enough to, to trade him there, then you definitely just try to make that happen. And you deal with it later. You figure it out later. But the dynamic is still the same. But it could work differently because just off the simple fact that Dame is a better offensive talent than Jaylen Brown. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the full showing up, helping me out. But yeah, I'm sick of James Harden, bro. Like, I'm sick of James Harden. Another person that I am sick of, I got a video that I want y'all to watch, and y'all let me know if he's bugging.
Off the bench, playing with a second unit that's a lot younger than the Warriors of the past have been with J.K. and Moses. Just what do you think of their depth, their bench players that you might be playing alongside?
You coaching?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what the situation is going to be yet. You know what I mean? So I think that'll be for us to figure out once we get going.
You've never come off the bench in your entire career. Is that something that you'd be willing to do?
Like I said, it'll be a conversation for us when camp starts or whatnot. But me and Steve have talked or whatnot. But that ain't something that you be like, "What up, man? Where you starting? You coming off?" You know what I mean? So I think we'll figure all that stuff out in camp. Chris,
This is what bothers me. First off, we start off and let people know that Chris Paul is my all-time favorite point guard. It's my all-time favorite point guard. So this is no hate towards Chris Paul. But at some point, you have to understand who you are at this point. Bro, you're old. You are old. Coming off the bench is beneficial to you at this point. And I get it. If this was any other team, I can understand that you saying like, nah, I ain't really feeling coming off the bench. I'm still a starting point guard in this league. I still can hold it down. But you're in the Warriors, bro. The Warriors do not need you. Like say, they really do not need you. You was a chip to free up some money for Jordan Poole. Yes, I do believe they could have got more for Jordan Poole, but hey, they did what they had to do. They flipped him. Honestly, a lot of teams did you a favor, Chris Paul. You got a raise this offseason when you was supposed to take a pay cut, or you almost would have lost this money. Let's be honest, you only going to get $15 million this year until they fully guaranteed your contract. So now you're getting 30. You should just be happy to get your 30 and shut up. Because at this point, like, what are you talking about, bro? You coming off the bench will be beneficial to the Warriors and it'd be beneficial to you. You've been injured in the playoffs damn near every year. Ever since the Clippers, you find a way to get injured in the playoffs every year. Your body is not holding up. You know what happens when you get older? It will not hold up again. Bruh, coming off the bench will be beneficial to you because the wear and tear on your body from a whole regular season, you won't be having the starters minute. You'll be playing a lot of minutes. You'll be beneficial. But at this point, it would be beneficial for all parties for you to come off the bench. You'll still be able to be Chris Paul if you're coming off the bench, playing with the second unit. And we all know that the Warriors utilize their bench. So you'll be playing a lot of minutes. You'll be part of the death lineup. You'll be playing with Steph and playing with everybody else. So just embrace your role at this point. Because like we said a couple episodes ago, you're supposed to be getting some of this smoke that Russell Westbrook got. Like, bro, they've been hollering for Russell Westbrook to come off the bench for a while. You're supposed to be coming off the bench for a while. I get it. You're the best point guard for the Suns that they had. But every year, once again, you've been injured. Bro, save yourself. Keep it real with yourself. You're old, bro. You are old. I'm not gonna go as far as Eric saying in the comments that you should retire. But damn it, you teetering. You got one step in foot of that casket, brother. Like, keep it real with yourself, bro. And I believe that Steve Kerr is going to be smart enough to do it because I've seen some graphics where they had the death lineup of Chris Paul, Steph, Clay, Wiggins, and Draymond starting. That ain't beating nobody. This death lineup is old news. Let's be quite honest, bro. The death lineup don't work anymore. It worked that one time when they won the championship because Bron was playing by himself. I get it. The death lineup is old news, bro. Stick to your traditional lineup, go to state, and keep it moving. Like, what are we doing here? Now we overthinking some of this stuff, bro. Chris Paul, you disgusted me with right then and there. What you were supposed to say as a leader that you're supposed to be, you're supposed to say, I do whatever it takes for us to win. At this point, it should be about winning for you, not about you starting, because now your pride is kicking in. Bro, come off the bench, bro. This should be a no-brainer. This should not be a topic. This should not be a meme. This should nothing be. I shouldn't be discussing this. But the fact that you gave this, you the coach? Get it? That come on, bro. Like that's disgusting right there. Disgusting with him, bro. But like he'll find out. If he don't believe it now, he'll definitely find out a trader cat when his ass can't run. You pull a hamstring trying to get playing that offense, or you're ruining the offense because you're playing so slow. Like, come on, Chris Paul. Like, get out of here. Oh yeah, you definitely hit Warriors time. CP3 ain't trying to run with the Warriors. Bro, he's going to get a reality check. He's going to get a reality check in training camp when he sees his offense and he'll be like, bro, yeah, I need to be on the second unit. I need to be playing with Moody and Kuminga. Like, come on, bro. Like, he already don't like him. Like I said, he already don't like him. Okay, he's no, but keep playing around, Chris Paul. Keep playing. You mess around and find out. What's the meme? What's the grab? Mess around and keep finding out, bro. You go find out. Come on, bro. This is easy. This is easy. This is gonna be. They're gonna find out day one in camp. Day one in camp. All right. my last topic, and it's going to be a two-part to this. Saquon Barkley denies being offered $13 million per year by the Giants before getting franchise tag. Each report that comes out about a contract that we keep hearing, Saquon immediately goes to whatever social media he's on or gets interviewed and disputes everything. I'm viewing this two sides, and I'm going to be objective here. I commend the stance and the effort that Saquon is taking because the running back market is nasty. And unfortunately, it's nothing that these running backs can do. It's literally nothing that these running backs can do. The market is the market. They're done paying y'all. Christian McCaffrey and Alvin Kamara is going to be the last big name or big free agents. I mean, big contract for the running back. That's it. Those days are over. Unfortunately, it's just, with the analytic uptick, with everything going on in the NFL, with the market, how they set the running back market, they're not paying you running backs anymore. I don't know what you can do to change it. You just got to embrace to get the max that you can get at your position. You're a running back. At some point, you got to keep it real with yourself. You're not about to get this money that you think that you're going to be out here, especially when they have the tag at their disposal. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that the Giants are prepared to franchise him twice. And that's it. And if he get franchise tagged again, I mean, that's so much guaranteed money that you're going to have, bro. Like, I'm not understanding, what they can do. But I do commend, putting the public pressure on the franchise, standing up for your running back community, him and Josh Jacobs. You have to do it. You're one of the biggest names in the running back position. So you have to have a voice. You have to do what you have to do. So once again, I commend the effort. But at some point, it's going to fall flat. On the flip side, what I don't understand for him, before he even stepped foot on the field, his contract was fully guaranteed. He became one of the highest paid running backs at position before he even carried a rock. You've been injured significantly 3 out of the 5 years that you've been in New York. Like, you really don't have the leverage to ask for some of the contracts that I guess been reportedly offered. You don't really have that leverage. I'm not saying that you should just be a sucker and just take whatever they're offering. I understand, try to maximize you can get whatever you can get. But at some point, once again, you have to be honest with yourself. They paid you, fully guaranteed your contract, number 2 overall pick, before you played it down. You've only given this team 3. I'm gonna be nice and say 3 out of the 5 years. Two amazing years. Your rookie year and last year were great years from you. They haven't got, the return on their investment fully. So I can see them being hesitant giving you more money. Also, this is a different regime. This GM did not draft you. This GM could have a different philosophy on paying running backs. At this point, you've done all you can. Like you said, the new CBA has definitely, it doesn't reward holdouts. So I don't know what you're planning on, what you think you're going to do other than talk. Like I said, talk as much as you can. I get it. I would go to practice and talk. I wouldn't even practice. Do a whole in. I've been an advocate for holding in instead of holding out. But like I said, I just don't get it when it comes to the running back. Like I said, I'm at a loss. I have no plan. Normally I would think of a game plan or what can to do. I'm an advocate for short-term contracts. So it just maximize what you can get for the short term. Like I said, what the average is. You're going to get 10 million right now. It's probably going to go up to 15 million next year if they franchise you again. Bro, 25 million guaranteed. If I'm your agent, I'm definitely telling you to take a 3-year, $30 million, $30 million deal. That's just me. But I'm not your agent. But once again, you get an A for effort. You get an A for effort. I don't think he would make any less than 13 mil a year. This is my thing, Eric. Why would they even offer you 13 mil a year when they know they got you for 10? See, this is the thing. When they franchise tag you, like I say, I don't have to pay you more than 10. It's just that simple. And once again, next year, if they tag him again, it's only going to go up to like 15. That's 25 million guaranteed. You don't have any leverage at this point when it comes to the contract. This is only a want to at this point. They do not have to do anything other than what they're doing. It's no way in hell that I'm fully guaranteeing all 33 million. You know what I'm saying? That third year would definitely be, incentive based, for me. For me. Like I said, if you have any type of agent, I understand. Like I say, go for what you can. Go for what you can. But that's more than enough. Adding to the fact that your first contract was fully guaranteed. You made your money. Like we know people don't want to, when they talk about players' contract, they don't want to talk about what they get off the field. But we see you on commercials. You got endorsement deals. You're not broke. You're not broke. Once again, like I said, I understand this is football. Your career can be ended in one play. Like I said, go for all the money that you can. I'm definitely not saying to take anything less. But at some point, you got to look yourself in the mirror and keep it real with yourself. They can only franchise him twice, though. He can make a move. Yeah, but then on the third year, that'd be year 8. That'd be year 8 for him, Eric. Year 8, close to 30. They damn near done with you anyway at that point. So how much money, who's going to give him a lucrative contract even if he's a free agent after 2 years? After that, you know what I'm saying? Your leverage is only so much, is what I'm saying. Your leverage is only but so much. So we're going to see. I'm definitely intrigued. The deadline to make a deal is July 17th. It's next week. So we will see. Do I believe that they're going to make a deal? The way they talking, nah, definitely don't see a deal in the near future. The best bet, the only deal, I don't see nobody getting a deal. Unless it's Tony Pollard. Even though it's been very quiet in Cowboy land when it comes as far as him getting a contract extension. I don't see any of these franchise tag running back getting a deal. I don't see it. I believe that, Josh Jacobs is going to definitely have another year that he had last year, and he'll hit the open market. Hopefully he gets paid, and we'll see. If Saquon has another amazing year that he's had, his ass is getting tagged again. Like it's just that simple. Tony Pollard, who knows what the Cowboys are going to do? Did they learn from what they did for Zeke, paying contracts long term, or are they trying to find him trying to pay him in that range of the 3-year, $30 million contract? We will see. Next week will tell us all we need to know. But I personally, speaking from the Cowboys, I definitely don't see them franchise tagging Tony Pollard twice. I believe if they don't get a deal done, this is the last year for Tony Pollard, and him and Josh Jacobs will be the free agent market next year, and we will see where they get, and hopefully they can, reset the running back market for them teams. Let me see. Do you think there's a team out there that would be willing to pay more than the Giants? Do I think there was a team that would have paid more than the Giants? In the open market, I think I could have seen him get close to that 13 million that we talked about earlier. Just off the simple fact that he was a free agent. Most players, when they reach free agency, they get paid way more than, open market. I don't see him getting more. I wouldn't see him getting more than 13 though. Like I said, I think that's the cap for running backs from here on out. Seeing a running back getting paid 15 million. Hopefully I am wrong, but I just don't see it. Like I said, CMC and Alvin Kamara are the last 2 running backs I believe that's going to finish out their contract at that high ass number, and that is it. Like I said, that is it for me. That, yeah, because who were the teams that's out for the running, in the running back market? Like I said, of course, he's been rumored to the Bills, the Dolphins, but those other teams that he hit the market. Like I said, we seen Miles Sanders. He went to the Panthers. He only got $6 million a year. Would Panthers would have gave Saquon more? Who knows? But I think that the simple fact that the tag was 10. I think teams seen the tag was 10, and this was their number. Of course, they probably would have went a little bit over just to get him in the building. Because once again, if it was 10, of course, you would just stay with the Giants. If you're going to just stay, you will make $10 million a year. So I can only see it on a team going up to about 12 to 13. Me personally, like I said, them $15 million days as a running back, unfortunately, they're long gone. That's all I got for y'all, man. That's all I got for y'all. I definitely appreciate all the fours that showed up. Y'all definitely made me stay here longer than what I planned on. And I wouldn't only stay here because of y'all. Y'all definitely helped me out. Y'all held it down. I would be nothing without the fours tonight. So shouts out to the four. Throw your fours up. Put your fours in the comments once you see this. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And, y'all know y'all can catch us on all major podcast platforms. 3Man Weave, Instagram, Twitter, 3Man Weave _. Think we on Threads as well. 3Man Weave _. You can email us at podcast.3.man.weave@gmail.com. Let me see that. Yeah, let me see you more flowers. Shouts out to my guy Jordan. Man, I am Hill. That's AJ. That's Cannon. Y'all the fours. And we out.